DTI fam, what's good, baby? I was gonna wait. See, look at this. I'm too excited. I'm just jumping straight into it. I hope y'all week's been going great. I hope that you guys have been going great. I missed last week because guess what? The mind was getting prepped for the race. The body was getting prepped for the race. The attention to detail was getting prepped to the race. And I was gonna make a video, but I was like, bruh, just focus on what you gotta focus on. Get it out afterwards. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be powerful, empowering, whatever it is. I think there will be something in this message. Actually, I know there will be something in this message that you take away. But your boy completed the Chattanooga 70.3 Ironman that we will dive deep into in the 2 weeks on the podcast. So tune into that one to really get the full race recap. I personally want to talk on here about something that I was blessed to be able to take away from this whole process. Now, granted, there are a lot of things, and I could make this an entire podcast episode, but I'm going to save it for Dylan and I to talk about in case he can, probe and ask questions and things like that. I was going to wait until I had a different outfit on. I'm driving back from work, but I'm going to the beach this weekend, so I was like, you know what? They don't fucking care what I'm wearing. Let me just get this out here because there's two ways to go about life. And this is what I realized when I was fucking neck deep, when I was waist deep, when I was all in the middle of race, in the beginning of the race, at the halfway point of the race, at the 3/4 part of the race, at the finish part of the race, is I realized something. And to me, it kind of like drives home and solidifies like why I go through these endeavors, why I put my body through these things, why I think of doing them. But it's way more than just this race. It's kind of becoming my identity, or like something that I focus on more than I realized prior to completing Chattanooga 70.3 Ironman. And it's a simple message of you have two ways in how you can show up in life. Two ways. See, we go through life and there's always ups and downs. There's always stressors. There's always motivators. There's always happy. There's always sad. There's always this roller coaster of life that we go through, that we embark on, not asking for any of it. It's just life be lifing. We don't ask for these things to happen. We don't ask for the circumstances to arise. It's just life be lifing, and we have to deal with it. And we have to roll with the punches, and we have to roll with the good and the bad. We have to roll with the happy and the sad. We have to roll with the ups and downs. And so I say that there's two ways that we can approach life. And what I mean is we can approach it with a smile on our face, or we can approach it the other way. Straight-faced, attitude shit, mindset shit, stale, stagnant. See, when you look at somebody, you can kind of judge right off the bat like what kind of mood they're in. Are they smiling? Are they happy? Are they talking with their hands? Are they interacting? Are they looking at you for a response? Are they engaged? Are they eager to talk? Or are they kind of talking like this, and you realize that like the conversation you guys are having might be a burden on them, and they might be going through something, and it is what it is. Like, this is just life. Fuck me. This is my life. Everything always happens this way. But you see instantly how this is a lot different than this. And I could have the same energy in my voice and talk the same and look the same, but behind this, that something's up. That something's wrong. So as I'm running this race, and as I'm biking this race, dude, it fucking hurt. It fucking didn't feel good. My stomach was upset. It was turned upside down. My shins were hurting. My quads were cramping. But you know how I showed up through all of those different things? This right the fuck here. Every single time I saw somebody cheering on Tribal, cheering me on that I didn't know, every sign that I saw that made me laugh a little bit. Yo, I gotta tell you, there was one sign, and it's so funny because we were having conversations the night before the race with the close group that came to support so graciously. Man, it was a great fucking weekend. But, I was talking about why I do these things and why I embark on physical challenges and stuff like that. And it's honestly because I believe that mental and physical health go like this. And if you do not have mental, or if you don't have your physical health together, then you're not going to have your mental health together. And it's going to be like two magnets always pushing against each other. But man, when you can fucking start focusing on yourself, focusing on that mental by focusing on your physical, dude, the worlds collide. And it might take a while. Like, it only might be here and then these ones are hanging. But sooner than later, that bridge is built. And now it's fucking strong and there ain't nothing breaking it. No ups, no downs, no happy, no sad is going to change that you're there for yourself. You're going to show up for yourself. So we were just talking about that. And kind of like, going through hard things and all this different stuff in life. And this one lady she was sitting on the course and she was yelling, "I'm proud of you though. I'm proud of you though." And she had a sign and it read, "Therapy is still an option." And I just started dying laughing because most people are like, dude, you're fucking nuts. Like, just go to therapy, clear your head, or go and talk about stuff. They just can't fathom why I put myself through something like a 70.3 Ironman. And so, again, as I'm going through all of these different emotions on the course, I'm realizing, like, this smile ain't fucking going away. Like, I chose this hard. Like, how amazing is it that I was able to make a decision to push myself to the limit and then follow through with it and execute when there was so much stuff trying to pull me down, the swim being canceled, fucking going to bed a little bit later the night before, but I got to create memories and moments with the people I love, that my legs were hurting, that my stomach's upside down. Like, there were so many reasons to just try and pull me away and get me distracted from what was ahead of just finishing the race, one foot after another, one pedal, one revolution after the other. Every single obstacle or challenge that I embarked on, every pothole I hit on my fucking bike, I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, that was a hard one. I showed up with a fucking smile on my face. When I passed the people that were there supporting me and they're fucking cheering me on, there's a smile in every fucking picture and video. When a teammate came up from behind me when I had to walk in the 0.7 mile of the start of the run, "Hey, let's go. All right, cool. We got this. We got this." There was a smile on my face. If you approach any situation in life, if you approach any ups and downs that you go through, if you approach just any situation with a smile, knowing that there might be a fucking tornado behind you coming, it changes the overall outcome of said thing. Because when you're smiling, you're releasing some endorphins in your body. You're saying to yourself, like, all right, this might be fucked up, but like, it's going to be good. It's going to be all right. And then in turn, it just makes everything else flow a little bit smoother. It takes your mind off of the negative. You're not bitching as much. You're not complaining as much. You're not saying, oh, why me as much. And so I know I'm talking about this for the 70.3 Ironman that I completed because that's where it came to light. And that's where I had this thought of, dude, it doesn't matter what you're going through in life. Job, relationships, family, environment. It doesn't matter, hobbies, starting a business. It doesn't matter what that situation is at all. What matters is how you're going to show up for it. Because just as much as bitching and complaining is contagious, and it can keep going down that route, and it can keep pulling you down that route because you're just focusing on the bad, if you change all of that and you show up with a smile, and you're focusing on the good, and you're realizing, like, hey, we're going to get through this. Everything's going to be fine. Like, things are going to turn around. That also starts pulling you this way. It also starts pulling you in the direction that you want to go because you're not focusing on all the things that don't fucking matter. We live too much in the moment. We live too much in the moment. Which isn't a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with it. But, like, a view, take a picture outside of the moment, and ask yourself, like, is this really going to bother me in a month? Am I going to look back in a year and laugh at this stuff? Like, there's just all these things where, like, if we take a step back from the moment and we realize, like, it might be a shit show right now, but guess what? It's teaching me a lesson. I'm learning something from it. I'm doing something with it. I'm making something of it. Man, that time in life, that moment in life gets a lot easier because you showed up in the way that you should. Showing up pissed off and angry and bitching, it's only going to keep going that way. And it's going to go that way further because people love to bitch. People love to complain. So you're going to get a lot more people fueling that fucking fire, throwing comments in. Man, you ever got, like, pulled to a job or a promotion that, like, you didn't fucking want, but, like, you got it because the business changed directions? And everybody's up in arms. They're like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst thing. It's fucking awful. Like, our fucking jobs are going to be shit. And then you start feeding into it. You're like, fuck yeah, it is going to be terrible. It is blah, blah, blah. And you start bitching and complaining and throwing fuel to that fire because that's all you can think, because that's all that's coming in. But then, like, a month or two later, you're like, well, this actually isn't that fucking bad. So you went that month, that 2 months of bitching and complaining about stuff that didn't fucking matter. Don't judge a situation. Don't judge a scenario. Don't judge what's going on as if it's going to stay said way. Let it pan out. Let's see what happens. Man, if I would have sat there and bitched and complained about my stomach the entire 56 miles of the bike ride, I wouldn't have been able to complete the run because I would have gave up and I would have listened to all those bad thoughts and bad things. But I realized in that moment of competing that there's two ways of showing up. So I want you to take a step back and see how you show up in your life, how you show up in the things that are going on. And ask yourself, can I change this? Could I be a little bit better? Could I be a little bit more positive? Could I have a different view or outlook as everybody else? It's okay to be different. If the masses are all complaining, I guarantee you, you're supposed to be the other way and not be complaining because it ain't actually as bad as they say. Like, you see the masses when COVID was going on, they were like, you got to get this vaccine, you got to get it. But now people are saying, like, you shouldn't have got it, this and that. Now, I'm not saying what side I pick. I am not saying I am for or against vaccines, people. But I'm just saying there was a mass movement, and all of a sudden, there's studies, there's thoughts, there's all this stuff that we shouldn't have went with the masses. Again, do not come at me. I didn't fucking say it. I didn't fucking say it. All right, now that we got that off the table, I'll end it like this. Start thinking about how you're going to show up in life. And see how you can get a little bit better about how you're going to show up, how you're going to react. And tell me things don't change. Things don't turn around. But in everything I tell you guys, you have to truly believe it. Because if you don't believe it, then why should anybody else believe it? To see the change, you got to be the change. And sometimes the change ain't easy to show up with a smile on your face. But if you keep doing it day over and day over, them gray clouds, them gray skies, they're going to clear up. You're going to realize that you're a lot fucking happier when you show up with a smile on your face versus being fucking flat. Bitch ass, you know what I'm saying? So go out there and see which direction you're going to take in life. And get back to me. Hey, if you don't think showing up with a smile on your face is the way to go, probably means you need to join the DTI community so that way you can start appreciating life. That way you can learn, develop, and grow, baby. Because life is too fucking short, man. It is too fucking short to not enjoy it, to not love it. Your problems aren't as big as you think they are. I can guarantee you that. Go out there, have the desire to inspire. Just fucking start little by little, baby. Even if that's waking up and smile first thing, I bet you feel a little bit different than waking up 8 o'clock. Let me roll my stink ass out of bed. not brush my teeth. All right, cool. I'm here at work on time, y'all. Yeah, I just got to get my coffee in. Mondays fucking suck. But I'm here. I don't want to fucking be here. That's all I got for you. Peace out until next time, dude. Show up with a fucking smile, baby. Let's get it.